Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. It is quiet because there is no music during the loading screens. Michael, welcome in. All right. I forgot what we were doing last night because I was so tired by the end of the stream. Where are we going? Right here. Yeah, I logged out. Right, I remember. I was going to talk to Mefred, and I walked in here just to get the rested experience, and then I logged out. All right, cool. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Hi, McKay. Welcome in. How's it going? Aye, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered to his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Al Agana lost a few youths as well. Pretty good, you're on the PS4. If there's truth to that, then they could be sympathetic to our cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may also be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and then decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's get there while we still have some brave men and women here willing to fight. So much juicy experience. Mefred would like to introduce you to the village elder. Okay. Ragenfrid. We'll go with Ragenfrid. Ragenfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. This is fun. Enjoying this game a lot. Sometimes the footsteps are a little obnoxious, but what are you gonna do? Don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Algana, and I would like to know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefred. I see, I see. You want to play this again, but your funds are low, and you have an account with WoW. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna play Shadow. I don't know if I'm gonna play WoW or not. I don't think so. I'm probably just gonna stick with this. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. It looks cool because it looks like a continuation of Wrath of the Lich King, which in my opinion was the best of World of Warcraft. You have Shadowbringers. I actually don't even have it yet, but I plan to get it when I'm done with this. The Griffin came in with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes, and now to come steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time? This time? cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefred. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die to your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too. My home. What in the hells are you on about? I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Liz. What is it? Every time I see it, I forget how to say it. I guess it's Liz. Liz Hext. And I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ralgar, the last time I saw you, I don't even know if you were still alive, and I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much as your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Well, that didn't go like they thought it would. That kind of didn't go well at all. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we are to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Griseldis. Griseldis is here, but her mind is elsewhere. You'd best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck? Congratulations, you've found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's tea, and sometimes that helps. I'd need to grind a chalupi horn and a hornbill talon for the blend. Huh? You'll go and get some for me? Just like that? You didn't eat. We're gonna get you tea and you're gonna feel better? I think it's worse, a little worse than that. But sure, why not? This guy looks like the Red Hulk. A new face in Algana, huh? What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides? Bollocks. There's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I expect you'd go about your business with a bit more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Enid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? So that's it, I'm just gonna run like little favors. Right then, Frightened Girl is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Alright, you got it. So, how do I get out of here? Oh, it looks like I can go this way. So what do we got? Hard Country, which is getting the Chalupi horn and the Gurabanya hornbill. No sweat. That is terrifying. So we can talk about combat and how it works. I did a little bit in the last stream, but since we're going to be doing a ton of it, I guess we'll keep talking about it. This thing is gross looking. If I hit... Oh, does it disappear? No. Yeah, it does. Wow. This game looks really good in first-person view, but the combat gets a little crazy. There's going to be a lot of flashing colors right now, and I don't actually need to kill this thing. It's so gross. It translates pretty well into a first-person experience, though. Alright. You don't have to loot bodies either, the stuff just goes right in your inventory. So we did one, now we have to get the other. We'll use the Chocobo, it's faster. Sometimes I like playing the game in first person view, because it's really good looking. So over here, it should be the other one. I guess it's one of these dragons. Sorry, you need to give your life. This person needs their tea. And while we're out here, it looks like death by 1,000 rocks. Speak with the frightened Curl. Yeah, we might as well do it since we're out here. So, for reference, we're working out of Alagana. That's like our home base, and we have traveled around this map down here. We're the blue arrow, and we're coming up on this quest marker here. I think we're delivering a lunch. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mind, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. This game is fun. It's a good time. It makes me smile. We picked up the unconscionably heavy sacks. Alright, so that's it. Now we teleport back, because running would be silly. Although, I should probably see what Byron's bread's all about. But I have a feeling the quests will send me there. Ah, the new face. You have my leftovers? Heh, well, I'll be. You actually went and bought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the sutlers what we trade in the resistance. It's a living, and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even. Though if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world to be caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and the short of it. We do what we can and we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I just wanted to know, that is all, that we, why you're here. And even if we cannot join, we wish we could. Hi Selena, how are you? You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Algana? Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people would actually... This country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, whereas a live one... You're with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was was deathly sick at home, and so I'd gone out to run into the forest, spear in hand to gather herbs, and then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said, not that it'd have made a difference if I fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment the Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others, and by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me, too, and many others, I imagine. Help them too if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Back to Mefred. Ah, there you are, Inertia. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling in case they might be in league with the Resistance. This is a lot of reading. My throat hurts. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lise doing getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were beating ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of this wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? With another one of your freedom-loving friends? deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls, trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels. Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly love it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefrid. What was that? Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too. Aye, but if I hadn't, I'd never have met Inertia or the rest of you, and we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone! Anyone! We need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Let's go. Hi, Ashley. Welcome in. How's it going? Playing through this campaign here. Ricotta. Who the heck? What is a Ricotta? Is that a person? A thing? Ricotta, the Tributum, and the Bloody Ratman. They. Damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and then tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tributum's due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Quirkum attacked. They took my brother and our money. The Queekern? Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was an old temple before they came, and listen, Ricotta's the only family I've got left. If I lose him... The Ziggurat, the Ratman took him there. He's as good as dead. We've got to try to get after them. Even if there's a chance her brother's still alive, we have to try. You're right, Lise. We've got to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. I wonder... Nah. Mefrid understands that he must act quickly to save Ricotta. So Ricotta is being held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of... I'm gonna go with Quirkern. Quirkern? Queekern? Queekern. Queekern bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. Quest accepted. Search for Ricotta near the Ziggurat. The Ziggurat is near... Okay. Sounds good to me. I should probably fight stuff just to keep the experience kind of flowing in. Certain things. I just want to see how tough like everything is. My gear is pretty decent. These things look interesting. See how tough they are. They are not very tough. That's good. I'm okay with that. They're not tough. What do we got here? Fire on spread. Wow, this guy sells a lot of stuff. $255. Everything I have is a bit better. Okay, so this way. These silly fences. Hey James. Yeah, the run went pretty well. James, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't believe I'm mistaken, you won the third prize in the giveaway that I did last night. You won the Bowser's Castle Perler piece. So congratulations and welcome in. The run went pretty well. I got to, I didn't kill Frankenstein, but I could have. I feel like I could have. Still, I played well enough to win the round, I think. At least we'll see what the judges say, but it should be pretty clear. Yeah, it went pretty well. Yeah, you did. You won. I would double check the stream, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I will be sending it out. Well, Gould Gaming will be sending it out. You won though. Please let me go, I'm begging you, I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the Ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. Yikes. We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. I guess I can just run in here. My quick cast fire 3 takes like half their health off. I'd say that's pretty good. So we have to fight our way up here. I guess they're gonna just hang out down there while I run up here. You'll text me an address? Yeah, of course. Yeah, whenever someone wins, I throw in a sticker and stuff just to make sure they get a couple. But yeah, definitely send me the address. I can mail it to, please. This is bad. I'm losing this fight. What's going on here? I don't have any cure magic either. Let's try this again. Maybe I can only get one of them. Or, yeah, maybe like I'll be able to only get one of them. We can just go around that guy. Alright, we are at the top. So we gotta make it into that purple circle. Easy. Oh my god. I was gonna say, they did have me a little worried here with 3 of them, but it's not too big a deal, I guess. These guys seem a little less scary than the others. By Ralgar, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Hey Brittany, how's it going? Hi Southern Bell Gaming. Welcome in. Oh, you found him. What? Wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright. My sister? Oh, Ralgar be praised. She's safe. And you fought your way here just to get me? I think you're still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before Quirkern return in force. Do you still have the tributum? Brittany! Thank you very much, Brittany, for the 1 year and 2 months. Thank you very, very much. Welcome in. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a fine, what is it, Saturday weekend? You don't understand. We were giving a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it, there's no telling what will happen to my sister. So I don't think they have the tributum, which is kind of a problem. I'm sure I'm going to have to solve that problem as well. You always lead in with lightning, because lightning is a dot, damage over time. Then you cast Fire 3 to get your 3 charges of Astral Fire. Spam Fire 1, and you cast all the free Fire 3s that you can. When you run out of mana, magic points, you then cast Blizzard 3, or you can transpose, which gives you ice here instead of fire, which generates magic points back. It's pretty interesting. It's a cool job. Black Mage is fun. You can always cast magic. You're always taking an action. There are a lot of enemies up here. Glad we saved him, but after seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Lise has returned to ignore... Oh, Lise has never been one to ignore her conscience. Black Wolf's pups. Listen, Inertia, Mefrid, I think we need to go after Ricotta. Wait, you'd better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay, then we'll pay. Essentially. I know that I do, and I don't want to interfere. I want to see that it makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. So I guess we're heading literally back down. I don't think I want to jump, but I'm tempted to jump. That is such a far away. All right. If I can find all the aether currents in this zone, then I'll be able to fly, but I can't do it right now. This is a lot of them. Alright, well, we're not overwhelmed yet. That's what I want, sack. I may have to kill this guy. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Really? I could either... Okay. Nothing of interest. Oh, you know, I should have... I have a Chocobo pal that I can be using. And I should be. Cool. So, it looks like this path. One at a time would be nice. Trend Killer Syndicate, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Hello everybody, I hope everybody had a damn good time in Trend Killer Syndicate's stream. I am playing Final Fantasy XIV online, and I am in the beginning of the Stormblood campaign. Welcome to your doom. It is a pretty fun game. It's pretty excellent for an MMO RPG. It's pretty great. We are a Black Mage, so hopefully that's dark enough for you. You were doing some GoldenEye? Sick. That's awesome. I can't believe how bad I've forgotten how to play GoldenEye. Like, I tried to do it a little while ago and it didn't go as well as I remembered. But one day, I'll have to get an N64 going again. I borrowed my friend's, I don't have one. Still nothing of interest. What are you? Oh, okay. In the dirt, you spy a Chocobo Feather. Yeah, I couldn't even hold the controller properly. I didn't even remember how I liked to move the character. I couldn't remember if I used the yellow C buttons to move the character and aimed with the analog stick, or if I did it the other way around. I couldn't even remember how I controlled the damn character. That's how bad like it was when I tried to go back to GoldenEye, thinking it would be like riding a bike. I have completely forgotten how to play the game. It's actually hilarious. I didn't even know if I could do that. Like, forget it that much. I couldn't figure it out. And either way felt really lacking. Like, a Chocobo Feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning it came from Ricotta's bird, in which case there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hugs the rocks and stick to the shadows and we'll find him soon enough. What is that? I want to turn the brightness up, but it's just that it's nighttime in the game. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend. Hear that? Get to cover now, quickly. I probably should have put more of a pause in between those sentences.
Are they Imperials?
Voice acting!
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Ow. Yo, Blast Processing with the raid today. Thank you very much. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you very much for the raid, Mr. and Mrs.
How
Blast.
stupid do you think we are?
Sitting here playing a pretty story-intensive MMORPG.
It is, I swear,
Welcome
on my
in.
mother's life.
How was Sonic backwards? I know I was. I was in the stream.
Spare us.
Ouch.
You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
I didn't think he was gonna make it out of that. I'd heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up to see our old kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy, but they made their choice, and it comes down to it. I'll cut every last one of them myself. Just taking all the materia. Ricotta's alive and the tributum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would not wait to see if the skulls decide to return. We'd best get back to Alagana and tell Ragnfrid his man's got the job done. So many quests to do. But I'm going to do them as a different class, so we're saving them. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Ricotta told me everything, how you fought with Kirkern to save his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when we met with the Skulls, how they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Meffred's a warrior, as is your comrade, and you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Ralgar you did not, because it would not have ended with Ricotta and his sister. They would have been branded insurgents, not for the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more that can be said, for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, isn't it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day? That's right, you grit your teeth and you learn to live with it again. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise. For that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, but I'm telling you, God's in heaven as my witness. You've got nothing left to give. Cannot help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she's walking on the same path, I pray she won't follow it to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans terrorizing their own? I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes or shovels, or whatever that was. Nor did I expect Ricotta to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Elise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something to say? Yes, I do. I've said things to you before that I shouldn't have. Wasn't my place, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village. No one apologizes like this. But when I was in need, when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Ricotta, but you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, well, I suppose I am. But not just for me. There are others I know who have been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you. But if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then you're good enough for me, and you're more than welcome at Ralger's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak to the others and send word when they're ready. Look at that. You do one quest to try to exercise their trust, and bam, get a recruit. I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Aren't we at the Reach? The crystal's like right there. Oh no, we're at Algana. Right, one day I'll remember where we are. Algana. We're going. Oh, these are cool. Purple. I like it. I guess that was kind of interesting. I guess we'll see what also comes of what we just did. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling and troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I've seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them if our paths ever cross on the battlefield. But when, not if, that day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill any more of them than you do. If I convinced them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing the new recruits. Inertia, Lise, it's been a pleasure. None of this is a... There's no Black Mage weapon here at all? Like, that's so weird. It's -2, so, I mean, it's 255 and I have 270, so I wouldn't even want it, even if it was. Thank you for your help in Alagana. I'll admit I did not... Oh, this isn't... Okay, I want to talk to Conrad. I'll admit I didn't have high hopes when we first set out, but the results speak for themselves. Well done. Conrad wishes to thank you. These are kind of sweet. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed, there were several among the Scions' ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Arenbald Lentinus. Every time they hit you up with a name, it's traumatizing. Arenvald Lentinus, a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo, for an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You're a true-born son of Gurabanya, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Villadina. Then in the meantime, we will make whatever preparations we can. We're all dancing around a table. Alright, I'll be back in a second.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges. Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near-total casualties.
Near-total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Thank you for the like and share, Mel.
My lord,
Cowards, who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Hey, I want to hear what the plan is. I want to know. Let me in on the plan. Speak with Minago. Well, Minago's right behind me. She's got like a cool outfit on. She's got grenades and stuff, or like bottles and all sorts of powders and stuff. Awesome. Character models are sick. Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with said duties. We are here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I can guarantee you won't want for work. Well, I will help out as my other jobs and classes. Actually, we should probably queue something here. We can definitely get the guild house done. Is that beads? I beg your pardon? The man who bested Gaius Van Belsar wishes to offer me his assistance? I say this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said that you have a penchant for aiding the common man, in which case, before the occupation I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up this cause, and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and Inertia, thank you for your service, now and ever after. Yay. Yay. Ahalissa. Is that like a like Alyssa? Sounds like a cough. I was just a cook before all this. Simple, fair, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with foraging whatever parties turn up. Okay. Actually, one's right next to me. Oh, I talked to you. Is there more? Ahalissa considers the cook pot with a frown. Do you want to help? Seeing as how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Teb for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. I'm not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Sure, we'll get the spices for dinner, why not? What's up, Ted? Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Great. Wow, they really put the draw distance on the sparkle. They turned that up. Where is this one, I wonder? They don't seem too difficult to find. It's gotta kind of be on the ground here. Not the battle maid. Hello. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary a one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them to me should you perchance find them. Sure. Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps, or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, huh? More where that came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Let's see, I don't know if I'm questioning people, or finding roots, or fragrances, or what. It's on the map, we're doing it. I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first, after what the Imperials did to her. Death was a mercy. Alright, our guild has popped, so we will white mage it up right now. Guild tests are little challenges you do in a group. They're usually pretty easy. This is a very early on guild test as well. This is easy. Nice and easy. Super simple. We got almost nothing for doing it, too. Good to know. Well, we try. I need a healer for trials. Do it. About to have some fight and combat and action stuff go on here. How many tokens do I have? 649. We can get another piece of gear. Kinda wonder what this is gonna end up being. Oh. Garuda? I haven't watched these cutscenes in so long. I wonder what the meta is at this point. I wonder if they just DPS her down or even follow the mechanics. You basically have to hide behind these rocks. It's a little more involved than that, but I don't remember it. So this should be exciting. We're a healer, but we can also do damage. We can do some DPS on the side. I think she's gonna call down 2 others. Try to get that dragon back up to health. This was the part I was waiting for. She has these 2 ads. This is crazy. I barely remember this. Hey Mitchell, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Sitting here just having a good time playing a game I really like. Having a relaxing afternoon. I'm going to my friend's house for dinner. around 7, and then I think I'm gonna come back and probably play Mario Maker 2 around like 9 or 10. Do some R&B 3 for a bit later. So, just having fun right now. Are we allowed to just sit back and have some fun? I like Final Fantasy XIV. It's a good game. It's a good game. Yes! Look at those player commendations. We got 4 player commendations because we did a good job. Alright, well, that was, I guess we'll do the leveling one as a healer too. It's a little boring, but they never need a DPS, so it's like whether we want to heal or tank, and I think I'd rather heal. Alright, so we're taking a quick break from the main quest to do our daily dungeon. Hawk Manor. Happy Halloween. It'd be cool if it was the hard one. They have like a hard mode of a lot of them. Nope, it's normal. What's up, Justin? Welcome in, man. Hello. I'm just letting all the cutscenes play. I'm probably driving my partner people crazy. I want to put my arrow right next to the stone. Cool. Arrow is a dot, which stands for damage over time. So as you cast it, it does damage for like 10 to 15 seconds. Hey Jax, how's it going? Welcome in, Mrs. Blast. I did my supporter giveaway last night, and I'm sorry, but you didn't win. I have to make a post in the group, but I did my supporter giveaway for August. And I'm just gonna spend, I think, a couple afternoons playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'll be playing Mario Maker at night. But like, I just have the itch to play this game. It's really getting me through a hard time right now. You did win last month. You were close to winning again, too. Your name was right next to one of the names that won, I believe. I thought you actually were going to win twice. You guys like my outfit? I look pretty cool, don't I? I actually really like the White Mage stuff. The White Mage gear is consistently cool. I like being a Black Mage. I consider myself mainly a Black Mage, but the gear is just sometimes straight up goofy. Silly looking. we're in this dungeon right now as a healer, so you can switch roles in this game like effortlessly. You can be kind of whatever you want. Thanks. I don't know, sometimes I just get the itch to like do these dungeon crawls in these MMORPGs. They're kind of fun, even though they're a bit routine. There's just something fun about them, because it's like you're playing with other people. And it's fine when it's like 3 other people. When it's like 20 other people, things get pretty messy. But just these parties. I just let that get a little closer than I should, but as long as the tank doesn't die, we're good. And this is the first boss. Hawk Banner. So the way this game works is that as you level above content, like this dungeon is, I think this level's dungeon is like level 28. Right now my character's level 60. So we are level synced in this dungeon. The game is allowing us to be level 31. And then it's also giving us like a percentage of the experience. I don't really know what the math is. But the game lets you keep helping other players through old content and you get experience for it, which is pretty great. I always try to do my leveling dungeon, because I think it's worth it. And they give you a bunch of tomes which you can get for gear. Definitely think it's worth it. If you want to level a class and you don't have any more quests to do, you have to kind of live in a dungeon anyway, so... Okay. Normally you don't pull this stuff, but alright. You want to. The point of jumping off the balcony like we just did is to skip this. But apparently the tank wants to fight it. It's fine with me. Where is my... I need my sprint button. What is... Group pose? Are you serious? I didn't even know they had that. Where is my simple sprint? Character? I guess. Could be. I want that for now. Must be, oh yeah, it's under general. Yeah, it must be under general. Teleport we want, and return we want. Kinda want limit break as well. The action, was that sound effect? Is that our limit break? None of this is even worth looking at, but we'll trade it in for Grand Company seals. Second boss, I think, or third? I don't know. We don't really have to heal on the trash mobs, but on the actual boss fights, kinda have to heal. Alright, this is going pretty well. My return is on cooldown. Oh my god. Forgot the scroll. Alright, good. Okay, we're about to be done with this. Lady Armandine is the boss to talk to. I was hoping it was hard mode. That would have been pretty cool. It also probably would have been more experience. Or whatever. Apparently they're just going with the burn the boss strategy. I should probably go to tank. Cool. Anything else I feel like doing right now? This too, huh? Yeah, why not? Why not? Might as well. This is going to be a little more challenging, potentially. Never mind. If it was a level 60 dungeon, maybe it would be tough, but this is not. Wanderer's Palace. I don't know how many hundreds of times I've done this. Here we go. I like dungeons. They're fun to do. These are cool. I always have a good time, like, getting my daily dungeons done. I don't have... I gotta figure out how to unshare this top bar. I do have holy. We get to cast Holy over and over again. Good looking game. Okay, that was like one extra spell cast that I meant to do. It's fun. Oh, this guy. Ah, man, I haven't fought this guy in a long time. I have done this so many times. I know what he does. He, like, shoots pollen in a huge cone. Oh, man, I hope I don't get hit with it. I don't really need to launch these. Easy. Okay. going splendidly. You want to run away from him. I mean, you don't have to go down there. That guy will one stab shot kill you. Like, you're dead if he gets near you. To have to come here and get a bloody bow rim or like a bloody grimoire binding, and that would be the beginning of your relic quest. Back in A Realm Reborn when the game was new. This was an endgame dungeon back then. Giant Bavara. Pudding. Fancy word for jello. This guy has like a gimmick though. I think he chases you and you have to run away. We are roasting this guy though. Yeah, that was fast. Now this gets interesting because I believe as soon as we ran up here, this black, that Tonberry in the back is going to follow us. And if he catches up to us, we're going to get stabbed and killed. Oh my god, what am I doing? Cut that a little close. Oh god. It would be unthinkable to not get this. We're in trouble. I can't believe we died. Sad. You have to open that door. We have a portal, so it should be no problem. This is gonna hurt. I guess Relics respawned. Oop. I spawned. I opened the video. Sweet. You got there. Did you miss the first stream with headphones? You did your first stream with headphones on and you said hundreds of times and it's ridiculous. Any advice on how to eliminate that problem? I would say, I guess, that you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush to answer, so just sit there thinking about what you want to say before you say it, and you don't have to, you know, you could say something, sort of, oh wow, I got the Zodiac material for running that, luckily. And how did I get these player comments? What the heck was that? They must have all been, like, in a pre-made party. I don't deserve that. I guess I'd like to see your first stream. But I would say just take your time and take longer to answer, I guess, and think about what you want to say, consciously avoiding saying, I like so. Instead of saying I say so. So is like a better version of Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd be bothering asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or you're not, and you're with them or not, you might as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship, if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like it is not, but that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. I think it's about artfully buying yourself time. If you read a comment, like, you don't have to read everybody's comments out loud. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, hey, you know, blah, 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 and I read people's comments. You don't really have to do that. So if you want to respond to something and you don't have the answer quite yet, you, like, read the comment twice, maybe even out loud a third time. Anything to artfully buy yourself a moment to think about what someone's asking you and how you want to respond to it. I don't know if I say a lot. I'm pretty sure I know what I want to say most of the time, but I probably say sometimes and just maybe don't realize it. Or, like, I don't think it's bad though. Huh? Training? God, I was so busy practicing to impress others I completely forgot. Thank you. So we're doing 2 quests at the same time, or 3 even. We're questioning people of Ralgar's Reach as to why they've joined the Resistance. We are searching for missing recruits. What's that? That's like a... What is that? What do we do with that? I think that's like a... sightseeing log. I don't even know. I don't know how to interact with that yet, so figure it out. I guess I have to look it up. Brooding recruit. 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied I was by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or republic that I neglected my training. How silly. Until we drive the Imperials from our land, the question is moot. Ah, there you are. So you got those herbs I asked for? Yeah, I guess I do. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And sorry to impose on you. Thought you were another new recruit. I didn't realize who you were until after Well, anyway, to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes, it's always like this. There's never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause, though that comes at a cost as well to many villages, to many more children who may be deserving, more so than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and we never lose sight of the dream. Oop, I want to be doing this as a Black Mage, but that's okay. Teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see. And, yes, of course, there is no time, if you would excuse me. Where's this other one? What are we doing here? You wayward brothers, search for the missing recruits. Okay, he's probably right behind. Yep. Oh, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger. I guess this is the mine. They're mining down here. I feel like it would go down. Okay. What's up, Protmar? Why'd I join the resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a foam of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing. Alright, back to Beeves, I guess. Well met, Inertia. Have you spoken with freedom fighters as I've asked? Yep. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Go talk to the snake lady again. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor in which I train my recruits. Some prefer a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. It is a thankless job to teach, some say, but some say their survival is thanks enough. Fare thee well. Jackie, thank you very much for the share. You know, you actually won the second prize pack last night, Jackie. You're getting a t-shirt and a mug and a perler art. We can talk about that if you want to also. Because I know you've won before, so Congratulations. Swarthy resistance fighter. So speak with... Is this... Nope. These are not it. Token of Faith. Is that what we're doing? Yes. The Swarthy resistance fighter is at Wit's End. I should also do this other quest, Shades of Shitoto. I think that's a Black Mage job quest for level 60 that I should do for Stormblood. Damn it all. Where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain, and I've not left the Reach since. It's gotta be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time looking near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around the officers' pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know. I could just as easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. Yeah, as if I got nothing better to do. I'll just sit here trying to win your trust, looking for some thing you dropped on the ground. Guess we all have our humble beginnings. So where would I find... I don't even know what I'm looking for. We're looking for the Fighter's Ward. That would be like a person, I think. It doesn't seem like these areas have indoors, so that's kind of nice. Don't have to worry about it. Besides, it's got to be around this corner. I think we see him. I don't even know what we just did, but whatever. I swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. 7 hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessing of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burnt it all to the ground. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less about our beliefs, but I still keep to the old ways, as do many others, and when my son is born, I will teach him the stories and the scripture as my mother has taught me. Yay. We can now accept the next job quest class. I was just talking about that. So we want to go to either the Miners Guild or the Weavers Guild in Gulda. Okay, fine. Alphino has been making himself useful to the Resistance. Well, that's good. With that, another task is complete. Ah, Inertia, I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Menago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castellum, Belladonna, and General Alden personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castromorians before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kral and Ishtola will remain here to support the Churgagans, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. So I'm going to go to the Aetherite Plaza and set this place as my return point so I get free teleports. because that is the wise move. Sweet. We want... What did we want? Hold on. So this should be the Black Mage job quests for Stormblood that we're taking on now. Not to be confused with the actual main scenario quest. We will be doing both, because that's just the nature of the game. Lalai is eyeing you expectantly. Ah, Inertia, I'm glad you are here. I would consult with you about a matter that has been gnawing away at my mind. Thanks in no small part to your efforts, the Book of Nithald has then at long last been reunited in these halls, their long-lost secrets just waiting to be unearthed. Though I have scarcely begun poring over the tombs, I have already made a most remarkable discovery. Each of the twin tomes contained a cipher of sorts, the meaning of which could only be deciphered when the two are referenced in tandem. I will spare you the details of how I unraveled the message, though it was truly among my finer moments, if I do say so myself. At any rate, the words, once decoded, are mostly evident an incantation, albeit one unfamiliar to me. Beneath it was a writ of simple directive: heir to the dark arts, speak these words unto Nald's reflection, that memories long forgotten may stir anew. As to what precisely these words are referencing, your guess is as good as mine. Still, Master Ricotta, or whatever that is, Kakakura, doubtless preserved the incantation and the accompanying message in his records for a reason, and if we are not heirs to the art of black magic, then who is? So I trust I can expect to see you at Nald's reflection, and do try to hurry, yes? I would prefer not to delay any potentially epic-making discoveries any longer than necessary. And then we can just open the map, see where we've got to go, and then teleport to a close destination. So Alamigo, and we ride south. Alright, I can fly. Well, that sure trivializes the terrain quite a bit. And that is all you need to know. When I give the sign, you are to chant the words precisely as I instructed. Understood? Now, inertia. That light. You, yes, you shall serve as a bringer of destruction. As for my vessel, yes, that one should suffice. Oof. Whatever was that strange sensation? For a moment, it's as if a great fire burned within me. And then, oh, now it's as if my very mind is being rent in two. And this voice. Well, well. It feels good to walk the earth for the first time in 2 millennia. Seems that old coot proved himself useful after all. If he hadn't kicked it, I'd find him and give him a pat on the back. And what are you gawking at? You are a Black Mage, are you not? Surely you possess the common sense to recognize the woman who stands before you. Or will you be needing a hint? Some would call me Death's Handmaiden, but I always found that particular epithet to be so needlessly morbid. Though technically speaking, I am but manifestation of a memory. You may call me by the name I used in life, Chocobo, at your service. But I jest, of course. 'Tis you who are at mine. I must say what it is with Black Mages today and those unwieldy hats. They truly do believe themselves look more imposing? Or are they merely compensating for something? In either event, I have no need of such adornments. Now that is more like it. Inertia, was it? Of course it was. Now that we're on first name basis, you'll have to tell me all about yourself. On second thought, let's skip that. Time is short, and to be quite honest, I don't particularly care. At any rate, as I may have mentioned, I am not the true Chocobo, as she once lived, but rather a manifestation of her memory, or my memory. Needless to say, that still makes me the most powerful sorceress currently existing in our world. You'd do well to remember that if you ever have a mind to cross me. Well then, now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, what do you say we have a little bit of fun? Prepare to be blasted into a gazillion itty-bitty pieces. That's the Relic Weapon. I have one of those. Oh come now, must I spell everything out for you? I must know if you are sufficiently adept at the dark arts to help me forestall impending doom, and this is by far the easiest way to do so. Not to mention the most fun. Prepare for a world of pain. Okay, I'll win. This thing is annoying. Another summoning circle. What is this stuff? Oh, that hurt. Didn't really hurt that badly, actually. But it hit me. I probably don't want them to hurt me, like, I probably don't want to let these Origins of Thunder run into me. Just a thought. Clearly winning this. Good. Sometimes they'll throw you these weird fake outs and these duties and make it kind of tricky, but that was a straightforward duel. Not half bad. That painfully dull expression on your face had me worried, but I suppose you'll do after all. Do for what? Try to keep up, will you? I abhor repeating myself. Let me start at the beginning. 2,300 years ago, the greatest mage our realm has ever known, that would be me, compiled a choice assortment of the most potent offensive incantations and evocations into the school known as Black Magic. You still seem puzzled. I also devised a spell that would allow my memory to one day return. My reasons were twofold. For one, I simply had to see how the art of destruction would be handed down eras after I had inevitably passed. For another, I knew that without my guidance, this realm would one day meet most certain... Oh, this won't do. I thought the girl was stronger than this, but these eyelids grow heavy and my consciousness wanes. I just suppose I'll have to take a little nap. But remember this, my puppet of destruction. You have an important role to play in the battle to come. The battle that will decide the fate of the very world. Till next I wake, shirk not your study of the art. Inertia? Where are we? It's as if I just woke from the strangest dream. And yet every limb aches, as if my respite were more exhausting than the fiercest of battles. Did you perchance observe anything odd happen to me? This is fun. Preposterous, or most would say. But you have no reason to tell me falsehoods, and it would certainly explain the curious symptoms I find myself experiencing. Shatoto, the mother of our dark art, she who pursued the power of destruction to and beyond any limits that could be conceived. Has her consciousness truly taken up residence in my own mind? It is no use. I call out, but she does not answer. Whether she slumbers or simply deigns not to answer, I cannot say. I fear that I am at something of a loss. Let us return to the sacrarium and clear our heads. Mayhap the answers we seek will yet reveal themselves to us. I gotta say, this is a lot of reading and it's tiring. I think I'm gonna break for a quick bite to eat. I'm afraid it's no use. I've called out to Shitoto within my mind time and time again, but I met him only with silence. If only Master was still here, surely he could shed some light on the matter. After all, it was all that he recorded for posterity, the words we used to summon forth Shitoto's memory. Wait, that's it. Master himself may not be here, but his writings may yet contain the answer to our queries. It was within the statue of Nald that the memory slumbered. Does this not strike me as a mere coincidence? I believe that settles it. I will return the tomes and see what knowledge can be gleaned that we might prepare ourselves for whatever task awaits us. This holds for you as well, Inertia. Whatever Shitoto's motives for returning to us, I cannot help shake the feeling that ill happenings are afoot. I suggest you resume your studies with the utmost of urgency. The next Black Mage quest will be available from Lalai upon reaching 63, and that is what we are, so we can do it. Lalai would share with you the knowledge she has gleaned. Ah, Inertia. For better or for worse, it would seem Shitoto is still enjoying herself a peaceful slumber. In the meantime, my study of the books of Nald Thal have proved rather enlightening. In particular, I was surprised to learn that while the statue in Nald's reflection is a relatively recent construction, in historical terms of course, the goblet it holds in its hands is quite ancient. It would appear that it was within the vessel Mistress Shitoto's soul was sealed away. Master's record goes on to state that the inner surface of the goblet is inscribed with a message in the glyphs of ancient Mach. It reads, ah yes, here it is. The power of destruction did rend the baleful star, and peace doth reign near and afar. Yet 23 centuries hence shall it come anew, and certain doom is sure to ensue. A prophecy of sorts, it would seem. It has been roughly 2,300 years since Shitoto founded black magic, which means it's entirely possible that she herself left the inscription. And Inertia and Lalai, I would speak with the both of you at once. Zayanella. Ahem. I would like nothing more than to catch up on old times, but I come bearing grave tidings. My friends, pray lend me your aid. Well, if it isn't our favorite gabu-headed hearer, I would have thought the seventh hell would freeze over before you would cast your lot with purveyors of destruction. What have we done to deserve the honor of your groveling? This is no time for jest, Lalai. The situation is most dire. Why, a veritable horde of crazed golems has birthed force from the lost city and is wreaking havoc on the Twelveswood even as we speak. Whatever foul sorcery led them to abandon their orders and run rampant we cannot say, but one thing is certain. If we do not deal with them and do so swiftly, there is no telling what damage they might inflict upon our forest home. That does sound like cause for concern. Very well, I suppose it would not kill us to put the matter of Shitoto aside for the moment, and... Huh? Oh, no, not now. I say, how can the girl think straight with this ungodly fool's cap weighing her down? Or perhaps she can't, and that is why. But of course it all makes perfect sense. Oh, hello there. Did you miss me and my prodigious intellect? Of course you did. Now look, we haven't much time, so do try to keep pace. This surge of aether! Just who or what are you? Yes, I'm sure there's so much you'd like to know, but where would that get us? I've already heard all I need to know through the girl's ears. We are needed in the South Shroud, yes? Rampaging golems, was it? Indeed, I have tasked a whaler named Alphine with looking into the matter. With any luck, he has gleaned some knowledge which might help avail us in plotting a suitable course of action. Alphine, South Shroud. Yes, I believe the great Shitoto has all she needs. Well, come now, no point in standing around like gawping gaboos when there's work to be done, right? Right? Right. Shitoto? Inertia, I am most grateful for your aid, do not get me wrong. But if there's anything that you and Lalai have been keeping from me, mark my words, I will hear of it in full when our task is done. Roots Lake? Where the heck is that? Alright, we're gonna have to handle this problem, I think, at another time. My throat is tired from all this reading, and I'm going to eat some food. I'm not sure that I'll be back with another stream of this tonight, but I do plan to hopefully be back with some Mario Maker 2. So, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We will see how it goes. I'll do my best. But I've enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have too. Thank you for being here with me. Let's go raid somebody, and we will pick up exactly where we've left off in this quest line next time. So take care, and thank you for watching. Let's go raid Thomas and see how he's doing in Dracula. Take care, everybody. See you on the next stream.